morning. Today it's Thursday, and I'm summing up what happened with Galaxies on Wednesday. Not too much, but I promise to do it each and every day, and it really helps me to go through the day and to write down notes about one thing that I achieved, one thing that I learned, and one thing that I find out that I need to fix. So let's get started. Achievement and nothing big. So we lost a developer, we gained a new one, and so far, and yesterday especially, I got very good feedbacks on the need and necessity of the first version of the product that we are about to launch. So that's very encouraging. I think it's all boiled down to how good we are going to be in the simplicity way that people can use it. I think that's the key. So that's the achievement learned yesterday. So while working on a training, so I'm trying to prepare a training day for managers or leaders or whatever you want to call them, that takes the principle of a complex adaptive system and chaos and system thinking, and teach them how to use it in day-to-day world at work. And while doing that, I dive in a little bit more with causal loop. And what I find out that when you're dealing with causality loop, there is in reality, although there are two different types of causal loop, one of them is reinforcing, which is creating all the time the same thing, positively or negatively, and the other one is balancing. It just keeps the system in balance all the time. In reality, when you're looking at certain organization or groups, and we will have shortly examples online, what you see is that it's a combination of different reinforcing and balancing loop altogether. And when you have at least 2 or 3 reinforcing and balancing loop working together, there is a concept of primary loop, because at each and every point of time, just one element of the balancing, one element of those loops, whatever the balancing or reinforcing or whatsoever, is the primary one that has more influence on the system. And that obviously can change over time, and the primary loop can be moved from balancing into reinforcing, and from reinforcing to balancing. But the concept of a primary loop, it's something that I missed previously. So this is something that I learned yesterday. And last but not least, one thing that I find out yesterday that we need to fix, I think that I'm coming a little bit unprepared, more than a little bit unprepared, with our service offering. Needs to refine it much better, and probably I'm going to do it over the weekend. So that's all. One thing that we achieved, one thing that we learned, and one thing that definitely I find out that I need to fix. And that's all for Wednesday. Today is the day didn't even start yet, as you can see behind me. So definitely I'm going to share with you tomorrow how this day developed. That's all. On a personal note, so I don't know where to categorize it, but we're living in Lake City, and there is a mold issue here due to some legislation that some genius did. And yesterday we find out that regretfully our house has mold as well, so we need to evacuate the house for 6 to 8 months. So I don't know yet how it's going to impact my activities, but it's definitely something that I never planned. But that's life, full of surprises. So just a personal note. So that's all for today. Thank you, and see you tomorrow. Bye.